How's it going? It's Friday. It's Friday after the smoke apocalypse here in the northeast of the United States. It's a lot nicer and clearer, let me tell you. It's nice to be able to breathe. Crazy days. Everything's fine though, right? Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Who we got in the chat today? Let me clear my throat. We got Martin Crockett, Red 5 standing by. Hey, Stevie. Steve Leich. All right. Scarmantus. Hello. Arsene. Baumeister. Hey, people from the world. And Simple Sam. I just can't shake Simple Sam. He's been there from the beginning, pretty much. A few of you have. Long-time viewers. Hey, Luminous Cloud. My tongue just stopped working. Hey, Luminous Cloud. Get back to work. Marcus Shogu, what's up? Still working on the same track today, Marcus. I'll leave it up to you whether it's hot stuff or not. We got Rex84 in the UK. All right. So, enough yammering. And, well, one more thing. If you notice from the title, it says Focus Fridays. I got my camera off, and I'm going to try even a little harder than last time to try to get into the music mode and, you know, try to focus on my work. All right? So let's do that. Let's do that. And, hey, Baby Hooligan. Hey, VNDM. Hey, Aaron303. Nice to see ya. You know what? Before I dive into my project here, I'll just say my due diligence, since we are 343 Labs Music Production School here in New York City and in Berlin and online and here on 343 TV. If you want to know more, you got the links in the description below. Especially check out our upcoming year program, which we're all very excited about. Big things coming. So, oh, and then I have another. I have something to share with you guys today. Stick around later in the show. We'll share. We have goodies to share with loyal viewers. So, stay tuned. All right. We're just going to jump straight into Ableton Live. Here we go. So yeah, I've been working on this track little by little. You've seen most of the process. It started out with making this granular thing in Phase Plant. Right? This was what the whole track is based around. And this has turned into a track that I kind of like. Right? So we've, you know, this might be the fourth time I've worked on this track on the show. And, you know, as I mentioned last time, it was like getting into the details and trying to kind of finish it. And I feel like I'm almost done. It could be done, but I'm still kind of, you know, dwelling on the details, on the mix, on the automation, still even deciding if I might add an element or two here and there. So that's where we're at. We are at that point where we're very close to it being done. And it's me obsessing about the details, basically. So yeah, let's listen a little bit. Let's listen a little bit to what we've got here. Hopefully the levels are good for you guys. I'm trying to keep the monitors down in here so it's not doubling up on the mic too much. I would like to pump it a little bit, but... Alright. I feel like that rim shot's a little too loud. I'm going to back that up a couple of dB. Maybe the hi-hat's a little too loud. Pull that back a little bit. Yes, Germantis, this is where I left the project last. I meant to work on it in between, but I didn't. So this is exactly where we were. Volume up a little bit. I'm going to clip it a little bit in the glue compressor. So far, so pretty good, I guess. Still feel like that main 909 hat could be a little sharp, a little too loud, I don't know. Maybe if I play with the compressor a little bit. I mean, it's already snapping down pretty hard. Still feel like that rim shot's too loud. Or maybe it needs some compression. Ah, okay. We just reduce that transient a little bit. There's also no EQ on it, go figure. I feel like this part either needs more or it needs some change after that transition. Okay. That's funny, like that rim shot has a lot of low end on it somehow. Which might be okay. I'm gonna reduce it a little bit. Crazy filter claps in there, sounding relatively under control. Baby Hooligan. We had that question last week. Why is it 133.33? Someone in the chat explain what that means. All right, that transition sounded fine. Okay, almost done with this, listening to the whole arrangement through. I feel like that hi-hat really sticks out there. Maybe it's so bright. Maybe I'll like reduce the level or filter it out a little bit or something. Or like, you know what? This also has no compression on it, which I kind of like to do sometimes for very sharp sounds like that. Just grab a little bit of that peak to smooth it out just slightly. Really fast attack, just to slightly. Actually, I'm even going to put that after the reverb. I put it after the reverb. It's kind of gel the reverb and the hi-hat together a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of, it sounds there's a little bit more ambience to that, just slightly. I do this, here's me obsessing. It's just slightly, I'm going to make this very kind of sharp hi-hat kind of start to disappear by filtering it. I'm just, you know, low pass. Okay, that's the end though. Why am I obsessing about the end? Right, where am I? So there were a couple of transitions that I want to finesse a little bit more. I think I still, you know, I didn't quite figure out exactly where I wanted that ride, that 909 ride. And I'm on the fence about, you can hear the snappiness. I remember like last time I was trying to get the kick to punch through a little bit more. And we ended up putting the transient shaper on there, but it also has that snap, which I don't always like the snap. So when the phase retrigger is off, sometimes it snaps, sometimes it doesn't. When the phase retrigger is on, it always snaps. And maybe it's okay. What do we think? It's probably all right. Maybe I'm just not, I shouldn't worry about it too much. Not that I want to make this too hardcore or anything, but you know, when you clip it, that snappiness kind of gets swallowed up. Do you guys ever play with this? If those of you who are Ableton Live users and you use Saturator, and I use it all the time, even though there's all those fancy, crazy saturators out there. This thing is really powerful. You know, to tilt the frequency range, you know, that's doing more distortion to the low end, and that's doing less. And then I'm like driving it harder, and it's clipping the high frequencies more, but it's not over clipping the lows. That's powerful, I have to say, to be able to. You can really, remember, obsessing over details, that's what we're doing still. It's a little warmer now. That's sort of what I wanted. I want this balance of like warmth and then pop in that kick. Now that I messed up my level, let's see what it's doing in here. Yeah, it's a little loud. So the first transition, when that synth comes in, this is sort of one thing I was listening to. little more feedback, a little more exaggerated flanging on that DS cymbal swimming around your head in your headphones, hopefully. Luminous cloud, you can use saturation just to give warmth. It doesn't have to distort and be dirty. I would say you need to be using saturation on all sorts of things. All right, so is this sort of this is what, all right, I'm focusing. It's focus mode. I'm not getting distracted by luminous cloud. Like, how can I accentuate this transition? The first thing I'm going to do is take away some of those syncopated kicks at the very end before it comes back. Let it sort of hang in the air a little bit. And I want to create more contrast there. What happens if I take a hi-hat away? Let's see, is that too much? Is that going down too much? I like the contrast though. Bring it back there. Where I want the ride cymbal, the 909 ride, to be happening. And this is also where I add the extra bar. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna get rid of the ride cymbal. Still on the fence about the extra bar. Maybe it's okay there because that's where you feel it the most. I don't know. I'm gonna bring the ride cymbal back. Flipping it around here. This is like a little bit of a tease. It's a little weird. Maybe I want that, maybe I don't. Okay. It's like unexpected slightly. I kind of want to have a little bit of unexpected, as if this were a real, like if I want it to have the feel of the live jam, I think, where it's not perfect, even though I'm being hypersensitive about the details. That should stay. Yeah. Also could be louder. Let's try some pitch modulation, automation on the ride. Oh, it's gonna step. Okay. Here's where sometimes can hear that it's stepping down chromatically. That's not what we want. I'm gonna unmap this. Remove mapping. Delete automation. And just do it directly. Now, I can get the smooth. All right, that's obviously too much. Now I can get the smooth unstepped. As if I'm turning the knob on the real 909. Something like that. We need to go back down. Actually, no, we could stay up and then turn. I don't know. Danzo, the synth is live as analog, and there's 2 of them. Taking the 909 high out of it again. Let's see. Always wanting to find extra opportunity for contrast. Maybe. Unnecessary, but it sounds okay. Okay, no, I want the pitch not to do that. Where does the kick drum go? Aha, I forgot about this. All right, I'm not sure now about having the ride cymbal there. Okay, it's getting pretty noisy. I'm gonna try taking out this tiny little hi-hat. The high string with the granular crickets a little longer. I was thinking about playing with that. So at the very end there. It gets more granular. Just leave it. All right, I'm not going to obsess on, let's leave the end for the end. Let's put a Oxford inflator on it. Just kidding. Let's put a saturator set to soft sine. Luminous cloud, use saturators. Just wanted to thicken the mix up a little bit, give it some tone in addition to how it already sounds, right? Thank you. Is it Mikhail or Michelle? Michael? Mikhail? Squila, thank you. Glad you like the evolution. Move talk. Am I saying that right? Do I even have the inflator? You're asking about the Oxford inflator and why I use the saturator instead. I don't even have Oxford inflator. The reason why is that the soft sine setting of live saturator is like it's like almost identical to what the inflator does. There's a YouTube video on it if you look it up. A guy does like an A/B, and I think he even like nulls. You know, he does like a phase inversion to show the difference. It's almost exactly the same. It sounds so close to what an inflator does that it is good enough for me. Michael, okay, sorry. I should have just defaulted to the right, the English, regular English pronunciation rather than getting overly complicated about it. All right. I was thinking, I was doing the wet dry balance on the granular. Here I was going to have it start more granular and then fade into the string. But then it kind of comes in late, doesn't it? Well, we can fix that. Right. there's a buffer with granular effects. With this, you know, it goes into the buffer and then it plays. You'll hear it start. Yeah, see, yeah, it's the MIDI set is starting at 46, but we're not hearing the effect until a few beats later. Weird. Maybe I won't do this. It's overcomplicating things. Or I could fade it in. That would be the other way to handle it. Let me hear this again. I'm just going to let it be what it was. I'm not going to make it. I think it's fine just starting like that. I mean, the other way to handle would be to fade it in. Or just make it quieter in the beginning so it eases in a little bit. That works. Oops. It's a bit of a curve so it comes in more quickly. Have a compressor on this. I was wondering if I wanted this to kind of sit a little more in the mix. Maybe I'll just compress it a bit less, so it kind of kicks in on the peaks later. Speed up the attack on this one. Luminous Cloud, getting Adam X as a guest would be great. I need to reach out. We haven't seen him in a while. So, it's funny, I was saying earlier that the 909 hi-hat sounds like it's too loud, and now right there I feel like it's not loud enough. I mean, I could automate it, and then right there, like the ride cymbal really kind of covers it up. Maybe panning, right? Just slight panning, not to like make them very hard left and right, but just to give them a little separation. And right there where I added some delay to the rides when I did the pitch bend at the end. What if I do it? Whoa, come on, geez. How wide do these automation lanes need to be anyway? Can hear it's sort of a short delay, a short feedback on that delay. Okay, sort of smooth, maybe a little less of that would be good. All right, let's experiment a little bit here. Is that too much to take out all the percussion? could be a little fuller there. Thanks, Move Talk. Definitely polyrhythm, polymetric, brain slapping, totally cool with me. Right there, I'm going to drop down the filter on the synths. A little more suddenly, I think. Yeah. And after a while, you get the feeling like when it's a little monotonous, right? You can kind of help that out a little bit. And I'm totally going, I remember like last time, I wanted to be more smooth, and I've changed my mind. I want it to be more contrasting right on that beat. It gives more, you get the clappy, swirly clappy thing some space to come out. Maybe that goes down too far there, though. Yeah, it's funny. I'm trading one section for another now. Like here, it was fuller, and then this one I wanted it to be less. And now in the section before, it's less, and I want this one to be fuller. Like, make up your mind. No, not that. Maybe just do both. I'll start bright and then take it down. That's a maybe. It's pretty trippy to have the ride pitch bending down while all the other crazy stuff's going on. Yeah, again, I'm looking for contrast. That's kind of cool, actually. Bringing it down more. And then we really hear the phase plant sound. TI-80 Mark, making your work more dramatic, huh? All right, let me hear this section again. I'm wondering if it's a little messy. Maybe I don't need the ride there. We can bring it in halfway, because I like the pitch bend thing. It's kind of weird to have rides coming out of nowhere for me, though. I don't know. Something. Not sure. You could fade them in as part of that build. Let's try. In that case, it's the kind of thing I would do if I was playing live and the rides were on their own channel. I'd like fade them up on the mixer. I'm going to take away the hi-hats. That's what I'm going to do. Especially the 909 hi-hats. I'm going to do the opposite of what the rides are doing. Doing it for all the percussion sounds, all the high frequency percussion sounds are gonna, the ride's gonna go up and all the short ones are gonna go down. Make some space for all the other craziness that's happening. Yeah, I think it helps to take to simplify the percussion there. We'll listen to it again. What's going on with these synths here? These have I forgot, these have a granular effect on them too. So, let's see what happens if we space out with the granular. So much of this is just playing with the effects, dubbing out the effects. Oh, here we go. I might have to do this again in another part. You're kind of losing the rhythm. It's getting more continuous. Whoa. It's a little stuttery at the end. I'm not sure about the very end, but I kind of like where that's going. Promising. I think I like it. Dare I do that in an earlier section? Or is it too much? Let's see. Or even just at transitions again, just to enhance. making it more grainy. Too weird there? I don't know. I still like it. Maybe pull it back a little bit. Here because there's already too much other stuff going on. Uh-oh. More crazy. Does that make it too ravey if I detune that lead that much? Getting some questions. It's supposed to be focus mode, but I'm still talking to you guys. I just can't help myself. But I see good questions. Stevie, preferring, in terms of the automation, talking about drawing versus knobs. And I think for me, doing this kind of automation, I try to do the automation as if I were turning knobs. So like and also some of this was recorded in real time. You can see these ones with all the breakpoints. This was me. It wasn't a knob on a MIDI controller, but I was recording myself, playing with the sound in recording the recording the tweaks in real time. And yeah, that does give it a more unexpected, kind of feel, more human in a way. But when I do it this precisely, just adding breakpoints, I try to sort of emulate what I might do if I was turning a knob. Right? So like every time I add a breakpoint, that's like me turning the knob. And okay, some of them are smooth like this, but I try to go in and finesse it. Like that's me like turning the knob up and down subtly, right? And I add breakpoints as I go. So I kind of try to do it. I try to edit the envelopes almost in real time. But yeah, that's what I would say about that. Mooftalk wants a weird verby alien foghorn. You want a Brahm? Brahm. Maybe. I'll take that under advisement. Anyway, back to messing up my sound with the unison detuning. Because it gets really intense here. And I'm wondering, should I go overboard and make it more intense, more crazy with the detuning of that sound? heard that, right? You heard what I'm doing? Let's listen to it by itself. We're increasing the amount of detuning of the unison voices so it gets more out of tune. a little more ravey sounding. There's more in tune when it goes down, and now less in tune as it goes up. Subtle, but I notice it. Now that I've opened up this Pandora's box of automating every little thing, I'm gonna have to keep doing it now. Interesting there where they both kind of go out of tune. So subtle though. I feel like that one might be a little loud there. We'll see. Do I need to bring the filter down on this? It's very loud. Just a little bit back is better. All right, and there is where it's maybe a little bit much on the grainy stuff. It got pretty loud. I'm going to bring it back a little bit. So trippy. Am I almost done? Am I going too crazy on all the details of this automation? Does it make sense in the big picture? We might have to listen to this one more time beginning to end. Like, I won't even talk. We'll all just listen to it together as a whole and see how we feel. Like, if there's still anything missing, are there any things that I need to, little details I need to fill in that are so it's more consistent. We've had a suggestion for a new part, like a alien foghorn. I feel like that's I like those sounds for sure. It might be a tad cliche in a way to do that, but all right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to say a word, and we're going to listen to this from the beginning. I'm going to maybe mute my microphone or something. So I'm going to blast it here in the studio so I can really, really feel it. And then, because the speakers are that's why I feel like I should play with the mic for a second. So here we go. This is really focus mode now. No talking, just listening and paying attention to the whole big picture. All right. Okay. Hi, Karsten Becker. Thanks very much. Glad you like it. So yeah, I was trying to, get into the zone when I was listening to that and try to feel it a little bit more. I had the speakers cranked up in here, and it could be done. I think we could have said it was done last week, but for me, the getting deep into the details and shaping it and eking out a little bit of extra energy or vibe or whatever, right? Like, there's a limit to this. There's a point at which it's diminishing returns. Like, how much more improved is it going to be? And if you change it too much, like, it turns into a different track than your original idea. So I have, this whole time, I've had ideas. Maybe I could add this. Maybe I could add that. Maybe I could radically change this and compared to that, whatever. But I'm resisting the urge to go too far with that. So yeah, Karsten, master and release. And it is very hypnotic. That's true. Stevie. Okay. It is 2:37. I'm gonna say hello, and I promised. That's the wrong one. Let's do this one. That's better. All right. So I don't have my green screen on today. I promised that I have a little something to share with you guys, all of you who have hung out to the end. And basically, I've got a couple of releases recently, right? We've got some remixes I did for artist Paul, and I went a little crazy, and I did like a techno mix, and then I did another version of the techno mix, and then I did an electro mix, and I did another version of the electro mix, and I was gonna like pick the two best ones, but then they're like, yeah, let's just put them all out. Fine, we'll put out all four of these similar remixes, but I have some codes, some free download codes for this release. And all right, so that's one. I'm going to say I've got 5 codes for this release on Bandcamp to give away. All right. And I've got 5 codes for, this is still on pre-order. This is a new Serotonin release. It's a label I do with BPMF. And we've been doing this since the 90s on and off. It took us since the 90s to put out 27 releases. So we've been working kind of slow. But anyway, these are remixes of a track I did in the 90s from Radioactive Man and Sync 24 and Transparent Sound. So any of you who are like real electro fans, it should be right up your alley. But so I've got 5 free download codes for this, and I've got 5 free download codes for the Depths remixes. And hopefully there are enough of you still in the chat right now. But what I'm going to say is, let's see, the first 5 people, let's do these one at a time. All right. If you're interested in getting a free copy of the Depths EP, the first 5 people, just type the number 1 in the chat. All right. Just type the number 1 in the chat. The first 5 of you to type number 1 in the chat, I will take your names and we will get you these codes. I'm going to give you like, you know what? Yeah, there we go. Let's see. We got Data Rebel, Baumeister, Stevie, Grayson. Okay, that's it. That's it for... Let's do it this way. All right. I didn't think of this. I didn't think of this properly to like be organized about this. This is the first time I'm doing anything like this, so forgive me. All right. How many have we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. All right, I'll keep to my original idea. Hopefully this is fair for everybody. The first 5 of you that responded with number 1, okay, we're done. We're done with number 1. All right. I'm going to write down all of your names, okay? And I'm going I'm going to have you. I'm trying to think. What's the best place to share the? Because I need like contact for you guys. I need to be able to send you the codes. So I'll give you an email. I'm going to give you an email. You guys can email. I'll get you the codes. Okay. So, all right. Now we're going to do the electro release. We're going to do the serotonin release. And first 5 people to put number 2 into the chat. You guys, if you want the serotonin release. And it's okay. I think, should we let the people who didn't get number 1 priority for number 2? Maybe we'll do it that way. Yeah, don't double dip. All right, we've got 5 for number 2. Although Luminous Cloud, did you get number 1? You didn't get number 1, so that's fair. All right, that's it. I'm going to save these names so I know who gets it. And what email should we have you guys email? Because it's going to be easier for all you guys to email me than for me to... we shouldn't do it that way. So let's do this. Let's do... I'm going to spell it out. I'm not going to type it in the chat. I don't want it to be there for perpetuity in the chat, but I want you to email sales, SALES, here at serotoninusa.com. That's what you're going to do. I know I should have thought there's got to be a better way to do this. I should have set up a link for you to click on. There's definitely a more professional way to do this. So, do you guys have that? Screw it. I'm just going to put it in the chat. It's fine. Here. Email me there. Be honest. But I have your names. I know which of you get the codes, and I'll reply to you guys with the codes so you can get your free downloads. All right, that could have been smoother. That could have been done a little bit better. But thanks for playing. Thanks for watching today as I come out of focus mode and into marketing my new releases mode. And that's it for now. I will see you guys next week. Thanks as always for watching and hanging out in the chat. And we'll switch it up a little bit next week. I think we'll probably do some electro next week because I'm gonna finish up this track. It's 90-something%, right? I think we're there. So thanks for helping me out with that. And enjoy your week. Adios.